Alright, here we go. Here is another replay I analyzed today. Another Kubernetes analyzed today. And this one is a pretty nice game, I think. This is Mendel versus Bikerush, Go versus Human. And Bikerush goes for a slightly greedy strategy with pausing of the factory, which I think can result in somewhat of a struggle if the Go player is rushing. But I don't think it's ever game ending because the factory is almost complete anyway. So everything is stand up so far. Mendel is going for the first mother split. And I just gotta say first of all that that's unusual for Mendel. Mendel on this map, from what I've seen, almost always attempts some kind of rush because it's essentially free. I would do the same. You just go here, you drop here, you look around. If it doesn't work, you gather enough of a pool in the middle usually to back out. So I think on this map as a Go player you should always rush here, and then unless it's the most standard factory into immediate turret, you should attempt some kind of pressure, because pressure is always good. When you're giving the opportunity to your opponent to make a mistake, it can never be bad. And again, with all the bonus pool in the middle, you can easily go here, pick up this one's bigot, and if you see that things are not working out and you cannot produce any kind of reasonable result with harassment, you just back out, go back to the middle, and then split. I wonder, I mean, I've never been in such a position to actually test it, surprisingly, but I wonder if in this situation you can actually push human with of two mothers. Like if you spot this, if you scout that human player is going greedy, and human player is going greedy of one I wonder if a rush would be effective in this situation. Not an all-out rush, I don't think it will work, but something in the middle of the road, harassment to pick off those and those. Something I haven't tested. It's a very specific situation though. So Mendel does the thing that I said, Specman should be doing. He sends out the ones that bank, he sends out away, and the more bank they have, the further away he sends them out. Again, very important part of playing Go. Okay, so Bikerush just is still staying on 3 refineries. He's building force. Actually, I think that's a bit slow. Maybe not. I don't know. As I said, I played a while back. I'm out of practice. Mendel here, he's building some small project with those 4 mothers. So is he going for the standard? See, that's good. He moves the one with bank away, and he, the empty one is sent back. Oh yeah, that's what you do. You sleep there. I apologize. That's what you do. You go for the for months. You start some kind of pressure on the human player. Bikerush is doing the same thing that Dallas did in the last game. I reviewed against Spike Mochi, where he did very quick tier 2. He's rushing to tier 2. I'm surprised for that. I think the reason for that is because he's Russian tier 2, that this Mendel was able to just kill it for free. Well, it's hard for me to generally review any kind of human strategy that isn't based on what Red King does, because the Red King does something very specific, and I think something that makes humans very, very strong, and he does this combination of units with conduit crawl and tier 1, tier 2, all that stuff. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that I never kill proxy extractors that Red King has, but somehow his style just seems stronger, and in this position, even if he wouldn't have enough to defend this one, he would be already working towards crawling conduits or something like that. So he would be setting himself in position while you're trying to attack on the left and right side of his base. He would be setting up his army and setting up his static defenses to take them both. It's definitely something that he's getting harassed, but he's working towards getting into a position where you cannot be harassed anymore because of all the turrets that are allocated next to the and yeah, what I like to do on this map against the human player is just to build up. Have perhaps a bit of a weaker army on the left and the right side, but just go for harassment, not necessarily for a hard engagement with army. And sometimes it actually works out. There are a variety of factors, and one of them is greed, basically, when they try to defend both ends of the map by splitting their army. But I've had the games, even with Red King on this map, where you eventually attack left, right, and then you just build up all the proteins, and then you just go over the wall into main and transform there and have this kind of surrounding attack. Maybe even ignore the towers, the turrets that are built here or here. That being said, I think Mendel is a bit behind on his mother splits. I think he did a bit too much army on this side, which caused him to, well, I guess it didn't cause him much of anything, but still it feels like he should have had slightly more mothers. And here we go, Mendel sings, just Mendel sings where he sends Misravi as a mother. Bike goes to the middle, and that's also a mistake I found, that you have to scout this route. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but human players can go through them. Sometimes they can even ignore the side because of their distance to the main and the complexity of their defense, which I don't think is so complex. But I saw, for example, Spike Monchi do the beeline to the middle, taking middle to the side. Yeah, here we go. That's pretty much the end of it, and it's pretty simple. I mean, that's something like, I'm looking forward to Texas for one reason, most of all, I want to see Bike play against good people in an environment where there are, something at stake. Because, like, you can see here Mendel, and frankly, to be honest, I haven't seen Bike play on ladder against people who really are those people who are capable of beating him. Dallas is good, probably Mista, Dash, Matisse, Magic, those people who are good enough and they don't care about Bike being Bike. Because you can see here, and I saw some replays of Red King as well, just Bike's opponent oftentimes don't play too good because they're afraid of Bike. And I don't think that a person like Matisse or Mista are quite as respectful of Bike as those old timers are who know Bike a lot by reputation. Because Mendel's start was unusual for him, and I think inferior to attempts at harassment. Then Mendel's mid game was weird. I mean, he sort of he started going a bit greedier than I do. Like, I hit 4 mothers, they go immediately a lot of army, build a lot of army to control. He went for an army cycle of 3 mothers, and the 4th mother he used to split into 5 mothers, which already is a bit more economical than what I do. But then he had all this army on left and right side of the base, and he failed to use them anyhow. They were just standing there in the forest there, and I think he made too much army, because this should never happen, what happened here. And just Mendel simply did not split into enough mothers. He's only 6 mothers. His army is way ahead because he wasn't scouting. Basically, there are a lot of mistakes here that Mendel committed. This is loss. It's not indicative really of Bike's skill or Mendel's skill. This is just something that, I guess this game is not basis for to say that Mendel is losing because he's unsettled by the fact that he's facing Bike, because as you saw from the previous replays where he was playing Pepe or Based, Mendel also made a lot of mistakes. So maybe I'm being maybe it seems like I'm being unreasonable here, but I talk to people like Red King and Mendel as well, and other people, a lot of other old school people. Basically anyone who's been playing game since before September is very, very afraid of Bike. And yeah, I don't think Bike is as good as he's definitely top player, but I don't think he's a god. I think Matisse or Mista or those people I listed before are more than capable of beating him, and that's what I'm looking for in Texas a lot. Just seeing the match, and if Bike shows something very special in this, I'll be very pleased as well, because there are always greats in all games. There is like Slash Boxer, there is Flash MVP, there is like Faker in League of Legends, there is How and Burning in Dota. There's also always those people who just seem to have something special in games, and you've seen that Bike has it. That he's actually as good as those old-timers say. That would be magical as well. Although of course that would be hard for him because jet lag and all those things. But most people will be jet lagged as well, I guess. Americans are lucky ones. Magic, me, Akuji, we're the lucky ones. No jet lag. So yeah, anyway, this is a game, and kids split into more mothers. That's the advice. Alright. On to the next replay, I suppose.